Cool. My name's Marcus Normington from Indiana in the United States. Um, Wanted to come to Namiakai to kind of get rid of some personal demons of myself, just kind of find peace within myself. Just a lot of struggles on going through a divorce, some guilt that I've been holding with my son, and just really kind of finding myself again. Just kind of felt like I've been lost for a long time. Um, Done a lot of research on this place and other places around. This one just felt the safest to come to. The organization, just everything about it, it made me feel at peace if this is where I needed to be. There is a true calling to this. There's a reason why I'm here with Matt and Candace and the team. There's a reason why we are together as the people that came here as well with our other guests. I've been longing this family piece. Come to find out, family was a piece that I've been missing, and I just gained 16 new brothers and sisters during this process, which has been fantastic. So, but it also made me get such a connection to my personal family that I just kind of forgot about, kind of took for granted, really. So, this medicine is going to show you the true you of things that are, your subconscious is going to come out and talk to you. I kind of teased it as it was Jiminy Cricket on my shoulder the entire time that we've been here, and that's all I keep hearing is crickets everywhere, just as a reminder. I got back the connection with nature that I grew up with as a kid. All these animals just keep coming to me. Talking to some people here, not everybody's going to see animals or anything's going to come to them. My power animal came to me, being in the very first vision I ever got with being on the medicine, being with ayahuasca. Is, an elephant came over the door or overhead, just sitting there staring. It's hard to explain. You kind of get lost in space. And this elephant came across and just kicked the door open. After there was little whispers in my ear saying, you're finally ready. I fought this the first night. Nothing really happened for me. Or I didn't think it did, but I think it was my process. I overanalyze things. It kind of made me realize, it is okay to be in your head, but don't let it get too far. Don't let it ruin your life. Don't let it ruin a good experience because you're thinking too much about it. So learning to let go was amazing for me. It's just let it be at peace. Just be you. There's been so many knowledgeable pieces that come through with this. I tease it with Moses Matt. There's a whole other story with that. I battled religion forever for my life, and this entire time now, the last night in the Tumbo, it was like I had a dream. Woke up that I'm in the Maloka still, and it was just how this whole experience was religious for me, even though it's been something I've been fighting forever. But it's just funny to see the wisdom that these people have. They've been there. They will talk you through everything. It's you are going to be extremely safe coming to this place. My mom was extremely worried about me going to be here. Obviously, this is the first time for me, doing something like this on my own. I'm from the States. I've traveled, Cancun, Dominican, some places like that, your regular touristy places, but never would I have thought that I would end up in Pucallpa and sleeping in the jungle for 9 days. But it's been awesome. Every building you have here has a panoramic view of the jungle. You can hear everything. You're consistently connected to nature, and I love that. So it's a peaceful time. You just kind of get that connection again. So just seeing the battles that all of our new brothers and sisters have been through, and having breakfast this morning, and you see the joy on people's faces. Um, I respect every single person and how honest our group was, and coming in and talking about things. It's difficult. I've been battling tears and crying. Still I can hear it in my voice that I've been emotional for 4 days, but it's been something that I've held down forever. So that's been awesome just to kind of get that relief. That's one reason I wanted to come and talk here too, is just to let it come out and let it be known that this is good for everybody. That if you feel like you need this help, if you feel like you have something inside that you need to talk about, and I've tried therapy with numerous therapists, 2-3 therapists that I've tried to go talk to, and it just doesn't resonate with me. This has been so much more beneficial to be able to figure everything out. with the purge piece, it's 10 years ago, this would have been my absolute worst nightmare to be in, sitting in they're sitting in the Maloka next to people that are purging, that are never thrown up this hard or cried or had emotions like this in their life, this deep. It's not for everybody. This is very hard work. To me, makes me want to dig into, what's the difference of somebody that just goes to the jungle and does ayahuasca and tries to use it as a recreational drug. I hate even calling it a drug. This is medicine. Rather than this entire process is, so to me, I use this as the best therapy I could ever ask for. So Matt kept telling us that this is, the medicine's going to give you what you need, not what you want. But I was fortunate that I got what I wanted as well, and that was awesome. So there's other people that it took them till the fourth ceremony to get where they wanted any experience they could get at this point. It's the medicine, just it's different for everybody and how you're going to go. And now, honestly, I think it's if you can learn to let go and get out of your own head, which is the hardest piece for me, was to finally come to, you have to practice with this stuff. You have to meditate. You have to learn. Your breath work was so huge. Ella's breath class is the first time I've ever done a breath work class like that. And at the point, I got a lot out of that rather than just the ceremonies with that. You come out, like my hands were on fire, down to my wrist, my feet, just you feel the energy go through your body. To be able to disconnect from the world has been amazing. It's been so much fun. For me, I'm just busy. Everybody's on their phone. You're always looking down. I realize, with my spine, I can feel my body again, what needs stretched and what needs moved. And you're going to learn everything. This isn't just a come to the jungle and get drunk, come to the jungle and get high like we teased about. It's nothing even close to that. So I recommend this for anybody that has had the calling or that really wants to be here with that. You're going to be here. If you're supposed to be here, you're going to find a way to get here. I've been wanting to do this for years, but it just all finally fell into place to make me be here. So it's kind of a bucket list item for myself for my birthday. And I want my brother to be here. We've talked about that. I really wanted him to join me on this trip. Years ago we've been talking about this, but I think I needed to come and get this experience first so I can talk to him about that. And I really don't know if he'll be able to handle it. Like I said, this isn't for everybody. This is not easy work that you're going to have to deal with. But it's so much better on the other side when you come through and you're going to get peace. I'm going to be back at some point. I don't know when. If I can talk him into coming, or if he can think he can handle this experience, I would love to bring him back here. But again, I think for me coming by myself was more beneficial because I was more vulnerable, more open, more honest. If I had somebody with me, I don't think I would have been. I think I would have been a little bit more guarded and embarrassed. Maybe not. I don't know. I would love to bring some people back down here at some point, but I would definitely be back at some point in my life to go through this. It showed me that there's other things that I need to work on, but it was very gentle on me. The purge for me was very gentle. You got to get comfortable with vomit, throw around. You're going to be throwing up around some people, but there's no judgment. When you get to this point, you don't know who's where, and then if it is, you feel bad for somebody, but you also feel so happy for them too. You have the compassion. I to myself said I had this paternal alarm clock that I just couldn't turn off, and then once I learned to turn that off, the worry just kind of went away. The people purging next to me, there's some people I didn't even hear it going through. You just kind of get in your own little world, and I feel so much better. There's so much weight lifted off of me. I tend to push all my emotions down, keep it in my stomach, and that's where I had a lot of my issues at. It was going through this, and I could feel the tension going through my stomach, and it was working its way out. And then I feel so much lighter. I haven't had this much, energy for a while. This entire trip for us, I think a lot of people got very emotional at the end. Love was very much of a theme. Sadness was very much of a theme. But you learn to appreciate that other people are dealing with their problems, and we've all talked too. Like I said, I've had better therapy sessions talking to some of the other guests that are here rather than sitting in front of a therapist. I've gotten more stress out of going to therapy than I did resolution. So I highly recommend this for anybody that has this calling. I definitely recommend anybody coming here. You're going to be in very, very good hands, and I can't wait to come back. So.